Sing along with me if you will. The song goes like this. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Again. Row, row, row your boat gently down. The words are hard, I know. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Thank you. I feel much better. Don't you? I happen to speak very, very quickly. That's because my brain works very, very fast. That's not a bad thing to have. I'm a professional speaker, so it's not great when you're speaking professionally. So if by chance I speak very quickly and it goes like this, right over your head, I want you to do one thing and one thing only. I want you to say, whoa, coach. We're going to practice that. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Hey, not bad. Not bad. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. But now we got a little hand motion in here. All right, now you'll have to go, whoa, like you're riding a horse. Whoa, coach. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, coach. Come on, you can do it. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Very good. Now, law of attraction, the 5 core principles of landing the right job. Here we go. So first things first. I have a contract I want to put with you. Be here, be open, be honest. If you think about the law of attraction, whatever you think about, you bring about. That is the essence of the law of attraction. And then all of a sudden, you show up to work one day and get called in the office. They say, shut the door, and you're just like, what? And then all that great commitment and time you gave to this company, they watch you pack your stuff in a box. And meanwhile, your mind's going, what the fuck? I just gave 20-something years. I gave 17. I gave 15 years. In my case, I literally gave blood. I mean, I injured myself. And I thought, what? For what? For what? And so it makes complete sense to think to yourself, at which point do I stand up and say, who am I? Where am I going? What I'm doing? Right? Inside of you, you have something called a gremlin. Now, it's not something that you feed after midnight, lots of water in the movie. The gremlin is a voice inside of you that says, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. Who am I thinking about starting my own company? Who am I kidding? I've been in education for, what company's going to hire me? You know what? There's a bunch of 25 and 30-year-olds out there that'll probably do it for less money. So there's no way you can compete with these guys. That is your gremlin. And how you create a paradigm shift. That things aren't always what they seem. Things aren't always what they appear. And that is part of what it means about what you attract in this situation where you are now. People get more comfortable in their misery. Because you learn how to deal with it. That's safe. You know, I'm not happy in my job, or I'm not happy in that situation, I'm miserable, and something comes along, well, I'm going to have to move. What if I don't like the job? What if my supervisor's a jerk? I'm like, so your misery that you might experience and might have is potentially worse than the current misery you have now. Oh man, there's always such a smarty pants. Always have to
That's all you are.
Well, the reality is how many of you have ever gone on vacation before? Let me go on vacation. What's the first thing you do when you decide to go on vacation?
Nothing.
You decide to do nothing, right? That's what you do when you're on vacation. What's the first thing you do when you choose to go on vacation?
Start planning.
You look for a location. You look for a deal, right? But you look for a location. You don't just show up to the airport and say, all right, take me to the Bahamas. And then end up in Switzerland because you're going skiing, right? If you don't know where you're going, chances are, how do you know if you're ever going to get there? So be very clear. In networking, we teach the chicken versus the egg. That's not which came first. It's not that confusing. Is you want to identify chickens in your life. You want to identify 4 or 5 people that know lots of people. I could potentially be a chicken for you. I might be an egg. But the whole point is, which person do you know that could potentially introduce you to more and more people? Which of those people can lay eggs for you? So I did talk about 5 core principles. So the first core principle, when I start coaching, is I am who I choose to be. How many of you walk around with a target on your chest? How many of you walk around with a target on your chest? Because you're a victim. Right? 3 out of 4 people in this room see themselves as a victim. That's a thought. That's an attitude. Not a personality. It's how you see yourself. I am who I choose to be. Right? I can choose to be unmarketable. I can choose to be unpresentable. I can choose to be unemployed. Or I can be a job seeker. Would you rather be unemployed or a job seeker? Would you rather see this as a problem that's the worst problem you've ever faced in your life, or just going to create opportunity beyond your wildest dreams? Right? That is all about your attitude. And when we coach, it's all about your attitude. It's all about the color of glasses you put over your face. Number 2 is life is a journey, not a destination. Who here would rather be, if you think about an amusement park, who here would rather ride a roller coaster? Right? Who likes roller coasters? Who likes merry-go-rounds? Right? So if you love merry-go-rounds, it's no wonder you're having a hard time with life. Because life is a roller coaster. It's peaks and valleys. It's twists and turns. It comes with great anticipated turns and unexpected turns. It is up and down. It's all over the place. And so if you want that merry-go-round, which is that safe comfort of just knowing what goes on every day, it makes complete sense. It's not right or wrong, but you're on a very uncomfortable ride right now. And it's not by choice. Please, please stop. Please. I don't want to throw up. Please. Right? If you like the roller coaster, that's what you're living. And the thing about where you are now is you feel that maybe you're kind of down. The reality is you're actually starting to be pulled up. You're being pulled up. You're pulling up. It's what happens when you're riding a roller coaster, you're being pulled up. What are you doing? What are you anticipating?
You're going to go down again.
Right? Right? You know something bad's coming, right? There are no mistakes, only opportunities. This is the one that many adults, kids sometimes buy into much quicker, have a hard time with. So for instance, I was talking about Michael Vick. You familiar with him? Yeah, right? The dog killer, right? So when he was in front of ESPN, and listen, if any of you know him, I want to meet him. I want to be his life coach. I think he'd be really cool, right? So he's up in front of people, microphone's in front of his face, and the first thing he says is, I made a mistake. Sorry, I made a mistake. In front of millions of people, I made a mistake. Now, anybody know how long he was involved with illegal dog fighting that we know about? Anybody know how long? 5 years. Well, he was a kid, but he started financing it. He did it for about 5 years as he financed it. 5 years. How many times during that 5-year period did he wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, I'm making a mistake today"?
Not mine.
He never did. When did he say he made a mistake? When he got caught. So mistakes are always in hindsight, which means we have the ability to create perception and reality on that choice. It was a choice. And given the situation, facing the exact same without having hindsight, we'd make the same choice. You'd make the same career choice. You make the same choice with that supervisor. Make the same choice because you did the best you can in that moment. But we beat ourselves up. We kick ourselves in the hind parts because we should have known better. As if we were supposed to have some kind of futuristic ball and know better. But the reality is it created opportunity. Now, if you continue to make the same choice and expect a different result, you can call that crazy, right? However, you cannot hold yourself for a choice you made X number of years ago because of the outcome today. What's the benefit of doing that? Or you can embrace that and say, there's a purpose behind that. It's brought me to where I am today, and you know what? I've overcome it. I've overcome a lot worse than this. So I can definitely see what's going to happen ahead. That's the concept of there are no mistakes, only opportunities. And I'm here for a special purpose. And I like that last one, because I do believe we are all here for a special purpose. Some know early on what they're going to be. That's what they do. We're human beings, not human doings. We forget about that because we get caught up in all the doing part. And that purpose is not so much about what you do, it's about who you are. It's how you carry yourself, it's how you overcome adversity. It's whose lives do you touch, whose souls do you connect with, and how do you stand in others' service to be there for people. Because in the end, the reality is not going to be how many toys you have. It's going to be how many people you've touched and what you've touched with them and how they remember what it is that you did. So, Sonia, thank you for inviting me back. I appreciate the time. Thank you very much.